Good evening and welcome to the June 22nd Civil Service Commission meeting. May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Manukian?
Here.
Gregorian?
Here.
Devine?
Here.
And for the record, Commissioner Hatamian and Gantis are absent.
Thank you. What's next, please?
Minutes?
Do we have a motion for the minutes?
Move to approve?
Second.
Roll call?
Manukian?
Yes.
Gregorian?
Yes.
Yes.
Devine?
Yes. Next.
Oral communications.
Okay, I have no cards. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the Commission on an item that's not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next item, please.
Eligible list established.
Mr. Doyle.
Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, this item is a listing of the eligible lists that have been established since our last meeting 2 weeks ago. We have two lists, both promotional, one for internal auditor within the Management Services Department, the other being senior power plant mechanic. As the Commission is aware, even promotional type processes do require a posting of a bulletin as well as and typically an interview process. And this is the case in both of these. You see a very small number of applications, and again, in the far right-hand column indicates the number who made it to the eligibility list. So with that, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try and answer them for you. This is a note and file item.
Any questions?
The only question I do have that the opening is valid now, so people can, the folks can apply for this position. Is this open for public and or internal, or can apply for this job?
No, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Gregorian, these are lists that have been established. So these are completed recruitment processes. These two. So typically when we do open recruitment processes, we'll advertise, we'll put the bulletins on our website and do other means of outreach. But for this report, these were done on a promotional basis, meaning they were only advertised internally within the organization.
Okay, that's my question. Thank you.
And they are concluded.
Any other questions? Not, we'll move on to the next item.
Revised class specifications for approval. Gardner series, laborer and seasonal laborer.
Mr. Doyle.
Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, this is class specifications for approval. These are revisions to existing specifications, and as you know, we've been ongoing efforts to update and upgrade our job specifications, some of which are over 10, some close to 20 years old. This group we're looking at today is mainly in our park maintenance area. We have three separate items. One is the Gardner series, which is the position of Gardner and senior Gardner. The second is a standalone specification for the laborer classification, and then the third is a standalone classification for seasonal laborer. Again, these specifications are being updated and put in line with our current formatting and processes for these specifications. The modifications are not significant, but we did add some language and update in various areas. We try to include some language emphasizing, replacing a greater emphasis on customer service and ethics. Another issue on the senior Gardner specification, we're imposing a requirement of a commercial driver's license. That's a change, whereas in the old one, it simply had that some positions in that classification would require a commercial driver's license. We're now making it a requirement for all at the senior Gardner level. In the laborer and seasonal laborer class specifications, we are placing a desirable qualification of some experience in either landscape or building maintenance for both of these. I think for the laborer, it's a 1-year desirable experience requirement, and in the seasonal laborer, it's a 6 months. The reason we are recommending that is, for these recruitment processes, when they come open, we tend to get a lot of applications for them, and even having a desirable qualification enables us to more easily review and screen these applications. So with that, I don't have a lot more to add. The organization chart for all of these classifications are attached. We have Mr. Gary Morello, who's our park administrator here, as well as Narine Kasparian from my staff, who helped put this together. So.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the commissioners? None. Is there a motion?
Move to approve?
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Manukian?
Yes.
Gregorian?
Yes.
Devine?
Yes, that has been approved. And we'll move on to the next item.
Agenda forecast?
Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, agenda forecast is here. It's a note and file item. Again, some of the upcoming meetings, we have some planned reports that are coming before you. On July 27th, we have the advertising expenditure report. Also in August 24th, we're having our annual report on hourly employment. And as far as the other matters, obviously we will have items, job specifications, bulletins, things like that. I do want to point out on July 13, we are anticipating yet another closed session item for a disciplinary appeal case. So with that, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to try and answer them.
Any questions on the forecast?
Nope.
Okay, move on to the next item.
Reports and information?
Nothing.
Nothing. And next will be any comments from commissioners or staff? Hearing none. Next item.
Civil Service Commission or staff comments?
There were none.
Right. Closed session.
Okay, we will be going into closed session at this point. We will not be reporting out. So at this point, I will accept a motion to adjourn, and that will conclude the meeting for this evening.
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned. I think we just did a record for the world's shortest civil service